Ready? Start. The bill would expand an already comprehensive regulatory framework that has been criticized as having a chilling effect, discouraging free expression in a range of media spanning news and entertainment. This has been evident, for instance, in the toning down of OTT streaming platforms content since the passage of the IT rules 2021 cast in that light the omission of meaningful public consultation, a growing problem in much of policy making across ministries, may be less a sin of omission and more a deliberate strategy of gatekeeping, major policy changes, and deciding who gets to have a say in them, while the individual laws that are being deliberated in this way may be concerning. The process in and of itself is cause for significant alarm. When it comes to media regulation, for instance, the interests of established corporate stakeholders might not always coincide with those of the emerging crop of creators, independent commentators, social media users, and independent journalists who are also likely to be impacted by the broadcasting bill without a right to know other stakeholders' points of view, let alone respond to them. The quality and sincerity of this proposal can only be deeply suspect. The government must seize methods of policy making that may be quick and unfussy but diminish but public trust in their intent. Meaningful public consultation does not constrain the ability of lawmakers to proceed with their intended course of action in any case. All it does is to put diverse points of view across. Hurried and gate kept consultations may well end up be getting flawed and exclusionary legislation. Stop. Ready? Start. Sir, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on the company's within bracket amendment bracket close bill. Sir, this house and the other house passed the companies within bracket amendment bracket close act 2013 after an exercise of more than a decade. The Companies Act 1956 was replaced by the Companies Act 2013 after a prolonged discussion, deliberations with the industry, chambers, and all the stakeholders after several recommendations by the Standing Committee. It went twice to the Standing Committee only in 2013. The 1956 Act was replaced by Companies Act 2013. Now the Act was notified only partially in 2013, and from 1st April 2014 the Act was implemented within a period of 6 months. The government has come out with several amendments to the Act, and there are nearly 14 sections which have been amended. I do not see any reason for amendment of some of the provisions, like removing the threshold limit for minimum capital requirement for private companies and public companies. The previous act clearly says that the private companies should have a minimum capital of 1 lakh, and the public companies should have a minimum capital of 5 lakh. This was a provision introduced to curb the shell companies and to put restrictions while incorporating the companies. This has been removed, and then there is no capital requirement envisaged in the present amendment for incorporating a company. Then the next amendment is not making the common seal mandatory. The common seal is a seal which authenticates all documents of a company, and that is a seal which is required to be authenticated, and that has been made optional. I do not see any reason for this change. Then I welcome that section 76A has been added to protect the depositors and to make the offense a cognizable offense under section 447. We have to protect the depositors, of course. The original section, which is section 76, has the provision to protect them, but now more transparency has been brought in. I welcome it as far as section 188 is concerned, where an agreement to be filed in certain cases. A special resolution was necessary, which was very important. That has been removed. If these provisions can be passed with an ordinary resolution, I feel that this amendment is not necessary. Stop.